Good afternoon, everybody. It's RT here from Hxro Labs, and it's Monday morning. And the Indian government maybe tried to scam us again out of our Bitcoin. Although, it seems as though it's not actually that big a deal. So it could have been someone else. BTC Jack Sparrow put out an interesting comment this morning saying, I think they're scamming us again. The FUD shit has gotten recycled. I agree. You have India to propose law banning cryptocurrency. We've heard this before multiple times. It never really had a sustained impact on it. That's Reuters. Meanwhile, suddenly, mysteriously, Bitcoin inflows to exchanges spiked last night. Reuters reporting the fall in Bitcoin price. Not a very significant one, although it did drop a little further, despite the fact that the minister says there will be a window for Bitcoin. So that's something to keep an eye on. It's really kind of a nothing burger, and it's something to think about, you know, when you're in a bull market. As you can see here, last night I was eyeing this little uptrend with my futures account, Pump Chaser Zone, EMA, but thankfully, because altcoins are looking so good, and because Bitcoin dominance was at this resistance, I decided to express my long on algo instead, which you guys would have noticed if you follow me on Twitter at randomtask555. And I was really impressed to see that this thing actually managed to pump last night about 15% in the face of what was otherwise, you know, on the weekly looks tiny, but a little pullback on Bitcoin. And now this is actually a, I would say, good pullback for now. And the reason I would say that is because there's more money, in my opinion, as a trader to be made trading altcoins. And I really want to see Bitcoin dominance stop here. And I want to see it roll back down. I want to see Ethereum Bitcoin pair breaking up to the upside. I don't want to see that getting wrecked. And so when I see Bitcoin getting up to the highs on bearish divergence with not too much follow through and buy volume, I just think that's good. And the fact that altcoins didn't roll over across the board really tells us we're in a bull market, that Bitcoin dominance is trending down. I mean, for now, it's just kind of stuck in this little range. But on the whole, this is actually really solid stuff for the majority of the market, you see. And, you know, it's another reminder that weekend price action is often to be ignored. Whereas the big boys take the break for the weekend, and whatever happens here, it often just opens up Monday right back where it was. We've seen this many times before on the Real Hxro Labs Twitter account, and so that's not really anything new. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this week goes. If Bitcoin wants to just grind higher, that would be okay with me. If it wants to kind of do what ETH did back here, where it is moving higher, but it's just kind of chop, 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 chop as it goes, that would probably be the most bullish case for altcoins trading against Bitcoin. And of course, Ethereum here, not really losing any significant levels, just kind of taking back weekend price action. So yeah, all in all, nothing really to worry about here. Now, because I am long on algo, and now I actually did close some of it. I had a pretty good sized futures long. I closed just under half and moved stop loss to break even around 115. I'm just going to let this one ride out and see how it goes. And another trade I've got on, or another chart that I think is interesting, and actually the reason I put algo on my watch list was because of this chart that I put out last week with the Chaos PRZ. Remember that video? And I saw it and I thought, man, this thing just loves these things so much. You know, for all the back sort of like retroactive charting I do, I thought, man, this time I better pay attention in this reload zone. And put out a tweet last night to that effect, because if you zoom in on the 4 hour, you could actually see here there is signs, or was signs, of bullish divergence. As this leaked down into here, the MACD was already turning positive. The RSI was already starting to trend back up. So this has been really refreshing to see on otherwise what was a bit of a dumpy overnight into the week. And we will keep an eye on this throughout the week. A couple other coins I'm paying attention to this week include NFT. Go figure. NFT should be part of the NFT rally. I think they've got some product coming up pretty soon. And lots of volume into this high. So it's weird, you know, depending on the time frame, the 6 hour looks like it's all buy volume. The 4 hour looks like it's all buy volume. Zoom out to the 12 hour and it looks like everybody wants out of their NFT. Sell, 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 sell. Now, we do know from history, this is Block Party's old token. It was airdropped as NFT later on. there's a lot of old bag holders, so I'm not surprised to see lots of selling into the $1 range, which was the ICO price of Block Party back in the day. And you know, but with this kind of volume coming in, and as a guy who's holding some of this bag, I prefer to look at it on the time frame that looks bullish. But you know me, I'm going to be looking at this Chaos PRZ. I did sell a little bit up here around $1 on the weekend because that's good trading for bags that I've been picking up in the low pennies. But I'm mostly just waiting for that chaos level and maybe higher. I mean, NFTs are going crazy. And this coin is literally called NFT. So far be it from me to rush out of that bag, given my entry price. Now, ID is looking spicy today. Nice little breakout on the weekend. Again, tracking this one pretty closely on my Twitter. You can't even see the Chaos PRZ from this shot, but it is up there. And, you know, to have this kind of accumulation range and then that little breakout retest, not a ton of buy volume coming in yet. So I don't expect this thing to take off necessarily today, but when it does, if the buy volume starts to come in, this thing is going to have quite a bit of runway. And the same as ever, I'm just holding a bag, waiting on that. What else do we got here? I think Yop should be expected to do some damage in the near future. Here we go. But this kind of flip, this kind of like hanging out on here, and you know, again, waiting for that buy volume, looking for interest from the buyers again at that level. But I like this as an SR flip. I mean, anything below 149, I can change my tune. One of my sleeper picks for the upcoming little while is this coin called SOTA, S-O-T-A, little NFT project doing some art out of Asia, and it's a very tiny cap, you know, higher risk in the sense that it's getting less eyeballs for now, but it did just launch back in February. Nice little accumulation range and lots of volume coming in with a little breakout. So if NFTs are just going to be the flavor of the month, what I'm looking for is lower cap, newer projects that haven't quite hit the limelight yet and are showing signs on the chart that people are starting to take interest. And this thing just looks beautiful. I've got it squished up here to the right so my screen doesn't cover it. But, you know, you can see, like, can I get a double in here somewhere? I think so. I think if the volume continues to roll in and they're selling actual art, so not so much these, you know, gimmicky viral pixel art, but like proper artists on there. So I'm excited to see what they can do in the next month. So that's it for today. We're going to get into it on DeltaFi on Wednesday. If you appreciate the content we're putting out here at Hxro Labs, please give us a like and a sub. Let us know in the comments. And I'll be back on a little later today to talk about the RLZ. Finally, that video is coming out today. Got it all planned, ready to go. Be recording that here in the studio very shortly. Whatever you do until then, have a wonderful day and always play from a position of strength. Take care.